Are your friends really okay? Are your brothers and sisters really okay? Are you really okay? Depression. The persistent feeling of sadness, emptiness, and loss of interest that significantly impacts daily life currently eats at the minds of 1 in 7 Australians. 1 in 4 of those are adolescents. As we stand here today on the Parliament steps in protest, have a look around. Introduce yourself to the people around you. We are surrounded today by many people who are experiencing these feelings, and that needs recognition. Mental awareness is okay in Australia, but okay doesn't cut it for these struggling innocent people who take their lives daily. It is time for the government to implement a new policy that raises mental awareness across all social media platforms. We must increase mental awareness before any more young people are taken from us. Who's on social media? Can I have a show of hands? Social media is one of the leading causes of depression and mental health issues. Seeing almost every one of you put your hand up comes to no surprise. Statistics show the extensive use of social media and its negative impact on the human mind, which is why social media must be the platform used by the government to launch the new mental awareness policy. There is no better way to reach the people. The government must act now. High school stress. Rings a bell, doesn't it? No one likes the feeling of stress. It encloses you, traps you into a frantic panic, and this needs to change. The government must educate the students of today with ways they can manage stress under the new mental awareness policy. And the final and biggest reason is puberty. You might be wondering, how can we argue to change puberty? But it's not puberty that needs to change. It's the support we offer to young teens. That needs to dramatically increase so those going through puberty don't fall into an emotional hole or become lost. Mental awareness issues can be prevented. They can be stopped with the right help, support, and awareness. So join me today in demanding the Australian government implements a new mental awareness strategy for the adolescents who are destined to be the future of this country. Humans are social creatures. Our mental health thrives with the social interactions and connections. However, these social environments can turn toxic very quickly, especially online, behind the safety of your screens and anonymous accounts. You might be thinking, I only use social media to keep up to date with the latest trends and talk to my mates. But in doing so, you are being exposed to fake standards, hate comments, inappropriate behavior and images, toxic masculinity and feminism, edited images and videos, and so much more. All these topics play with your minds. They make you believe the fake reality that social media provides, which essentially leads to depression and mental health problems. For example, all the young ladies out here today and around Australia scroll their phones, exposing themselves to airbrush models and phony influencers, opening the door to becoming extremely self-aware of their body image and misguided belief in a fake standard of what teenage girls should act like, look like, and be like. And this is not okay, because the reality is everyone is different. Everyone is beautiful in their own way. And instead of flooding social medias with a fantasy world, it should be flooded with slogans, images, videos of a mental awareness campaign designed by the government to reduce mental health issues and depression. Your parents send you to a school to grow, to learn, and to become the best versions of yourself. However, what they don't understand is that schools are actually part of the problem. We all know the feeling that always hits in the assessment period of the term. It fills our head up with worry and anxiety for the exams ahead and the due dates we don't want to miss. This is academic stress, and research has demonstrated that it is heavily associated with a variety of mental health problems in adolescence, especially depression, indicating that further research and awareness is warranted for this topic. Knowing this and not already having a clear support program in all schools for the protection of our students is worrying, and this needs to change. Join me to not only improve the toxic environment at school, but also protecting the children of our country from caving due to the mass effects of academic stress. The government has the power to implement the programs necessary to aid you during these times of stress. Our job together is to hold them accountable and make this happen. The final point I have to make today is the effects of puberty. No, this transition doesn't just deepen your voice, grow breasts, or grow hair. Throughout puberty, your hormones spike up and down, changing constantly, giving off a lot of different yet intense emotions that most teenagers don't understand. This leads to confusion, eventually causing adolescents to feel out of place in their own body, without a true identity, feeling depressed or lost. You let yourselves feel this way because you have no guidance. No one telling you right from wrong during this stage of your life. And let's be honest, we teens are really good at hiding our emotions, even if it isn't always healthy for us. No one can prevent puberty. It's a healthy, natural process to become an adult. So what do? How do we stop it from causing us harm? Well, young adults of Australia who stand before me in front of the government, we need to support each other through this, and the government needs to take action now and create a support program accessible and free to all to address the problems before they become a serious and often deadly issue. Support is what I need. Support is what you need. Support is what we all need. If the government still doesn't want to change, if the government still doesn't want to join us today to raise awareness for mental health and depression prevention, then I'm going to have to heavily question their personal morals, values, and belief. Everyone of us should put in the time and effort to bring about change so that every young Australian can take out the support they require to get through the hard times. I know I've felt down and out many times over my high school career, and sometimes I still feel it today. A part of me feels empty, but with the support I have sought, I've been able to live with it and cope. I don't want any of you to go through that. I don't want anyone else to have to actively seek help. The help and support needs to be right there in front of every young person, accessible and free 24/7 from the start. Young Hearts of Australia, join me in the mental health and depression awareness movement, and we will be the difference we all need to get through to the end. Bringing this argument to the government in such a large mass with all of your support gives them no choice but to listen. To listen to the words of the people. Thank you.